bet you know now. Juicy came through with the verse for me. Damn, what's that? Ask no question, just hold it down. I'm a humble, I don't even prize what I do. I just drive the Maybach through the shit. Hey, from a distance, please don't try me. Cause we'll turn it up on anybody. Yelling out 400, they go too heavy. I'm with the posse back at it. That mean come on, go on platinum. That mean I got a Kindle when
Please tell me why you always hating.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hating. Please tell me why you always hating.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hating. Please tell me why you always hating.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hating. Please tell me why you always hating.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always hating.
Like a river, like a river, like a river, like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and rumble like a river. How do we fall in love? Harder than a bullet could hit ya. How do we fall apart? Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless heart.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the 49ers going up against the Rams. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now let's go.
Again, they run with Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. If you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Guys like that is, can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what?
And the ball is knocked out, and the Rams have got it back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down 49ers.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Ohio!
They come out here in the eye. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go! Grand 38!
Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I'm going to come right back at him with the same play,
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the 3 points. They're on the board, but it took them 3 trips to the red zone just to get 1 field goal.
So on the defensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourselves. Guess what? 3 times and you only came out with 3 points. But on the offensive side, you have to finally feel a little bit of relief that you got some points on the board.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're out of play. The defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackle.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Coleman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down. So they're operating in the red zone.
Double tight. We got four.
The one running back is Gurley. He's going to get the football. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see.
Ohio! Flex round! Check 25! Check 25! Flex round!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken it around the 40.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Out of the gun now on third down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Let's go, D. All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Tight right, tight right. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got time. Great protection. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. So some disappointment there as the field goal falls short, and we have reached the intermission as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Two times, two times.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 30. 56 to Mike.
Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
And
they're going to go soft on the corners. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go. Blue landing. No. Check. Patriots.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains.
I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
Let's go.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help him run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd and 5.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Good job, D. Good job. Good stop, baby. Good stop. Good stop. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Red 38.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. 58.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go. White, flex round.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Here we go. White, 90. Watch the slant. White, 90.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter.
Watch left. Watch left. Coming for Here we go. Red 38. Flex Ohio. Watch twist.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Flex round, flex round. Here we go. Flex round.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their big-bodied receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Come on. Check 3. Check 3. Ohio.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Set. Green 39. Green. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
4 down. All right, here we go. 3, 19. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Double up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Black 99.
to throw here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby. Two tights. Out. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Defense showing blitz.
Pick me up. Here we go. Ohio.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Tight. Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Flex round. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. One receiver left, two to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come up with an offset eye.
Flex round. Flex round. Check three.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down.
Flex round. Flex round. Check 50. Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Stop right there. Ohio. Here we go. Slam. Ohio. Kill.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Only 2 yards on the completion at 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Let's go. White 90.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. Survey. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 56. Gun.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Cut his left. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Strong left. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for L.A., a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5.
Can I get a witness in the darkness? 'Cause there ain't no love at all to be found. Feeling like a freight train, trying to break chains. Everybody needs somebody, no doubt. Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step